Just share the screen 1 minute. Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter number 25, shloka number 5. Rajovacha
Rajovacha
na janami mahabhaga
na janami mahabhaga
na janami mahabhaga
na janami mahabhaga
param karma viddadihi
param karma vidyate
परम कर्मापविद्दधिः
param karma vidyate
ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम्
Bhumi jnanam
ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम्
Bhumi vimalam jnanam
येन मुच्ये कर्मिभिः
Yena muchyate karmiभिः
येन मुच्ये कर्मभिः
Yena muchyate karmiभिः
न जानामि महाभाग
Na
परं कर्म विद्धदिः
param karma vidyate
ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम्
Bhumi jnanam
येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः
Yena muchyate
न
karmiभिः
जानामि महाभाग
Na
कर्मापविद्दधिः
param karma vidyate
ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम्
Bhumi jnanam
येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः
Yena muchyate karmiभिः
राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्मापविद्धदिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम् येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्मापविद्धदिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम् येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्मापविद्धदिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम् येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्मापविद्धदिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम् येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः. Yes, online devotees, anybody wants to chant?
राजो उवाच न जानामि महाभागा परं कर्मापविद्धदिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी. राजोवाच न जानामि महाभागा परं कर्मापविद्धदिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः.
राजोवाच न जानामि महाभागा परं कर्मापविद्धि ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी. राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्मापविद्धिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः. हरे कृष्ण
प्रभुजी. राजोवाच न जानामि महाभागं
परं कर्मापविद्धतिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच. राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्म पवित्रभिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, थैंक यू.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. राज उवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्म प्रविदधिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. न जानामि महाभागा परम कर्म विद्यति ब्रूहि मे ज्ञानम येन मच्येय कर्मभिः. थैंक यू प्रभु.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, go on, Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धर्म प्रणाम. राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्मापविद्धतिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानं येन मुच्येय कर्मभिः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धर्म प्रणाम.
Thank you, everyone. Synonyms. Raja Uvacha. The king replied.
The king replied,
Na, not.
Not
Janami, I know.
janami. I know.
Mahabhaga,
Mahabhava,
O great soul.
O great
Param,
soul, Param,
transcendental.
transcendental,
Karma, by
Karma,
fruitive activities.
by fruitive activities,
Apaviddaha, being
Apavidha,
pierced.
being pierced,
He, by
he,
intelligence.
my intelligence,
Ruhi, please
Ruhi,
tell
please tell
me, to
me,
me.
to me,
Vimalam,
Vimalam,
spotless.
spotless,
Jnanam,
Jnanam,
knowledge.
knowledge,
Yena, by
Yena,
which.
by which,
Muchaye, I
Muchye,
can get relief.
I can get relief,
Karma bihi,
Karma
from the fruit.
Bhihi, from the fruitive activity.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ji ki jai. The king replied, O great soul Narada, my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Therefore, I do not know the ultimate goal of life. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of the entanglement of fruitive activities. Kindly repeat. The king replied,
The king replied,
O great Narada,
O great
O
soul
Narada,
Narada,
my intelligence is entangled
my
my
intelligence
intelligence
is
is entangled
entangled
in fruitive activities.
in
in
fruitive
fruitive activities.
activities.
Therefore, I do not know
Therefore,
Therefore, I
I
do
do
not
not
know
know
the ultimate goal of life.
the
the ultimate
ultimate
goal
goal
of
of
life.
life.
Kindly instruct me
Kindly
Kindly
instruct
instruct
me
me
in pure knowledge
in
in
pure
pure
knowledge
so
knowledge
that
so that
I can get out of the entanglement
I can get out
out
of the
of the
entanglement
entanglement
of fruitive activities.
of
of
fruitive
fruitive
activities.
activities.
Yes, Supriti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Narottama Dasa Thakur has sung Satsanga chade kaino asate vilasa te karane lagi lagi karma bandha pansa. As long as a person is entangled in fruitive activities, he is bound to accept one body after another. This is called karma bandha phansa. Entanglement in fruitive activities. It does not matter whether one is engaged in pious or impious activities, for both are causes for further entanglement in material bodies. By pious activities, one can take birth in a rich family and get a good education and a beautiful body, but this does not mean that the distresses of life are ultimately eliminated. In the Western countries, it is not unusual for one to take birth in a rich aristocratic family, nor it is unusual for one to have a good education and a very beautiful body. But this does not mean that Westerners are free from the distresses of life. Although at the present moment the younger generation in Western countries has sufficient education, beauty, and wealth, And although there is enough food, clothing, facilities for sense gratification, they are in distress. Indeed, they are so distressed that they become hippies, and the laws of nature force them to accept a wretched life. Thus, they go about unclean and without shelter or food, and they are forced to sleep in the street. It can be concluded that one cannot be happy by simply performing pious activities. It is not a fact that those who are born with a silver spoon in their mouth are free from the material miseries of birth, old age, disease, and death. The conclusion is that one cannot be happy by simply executing pious or impious activities. Such activities simply cause entanglement and transmigration from one body to another. Narottama Dasa Thakura calls this karma bandha fatsa. King Prachina Bharishat admitted this fact and frankly asked Narada Muni how he could get out of this karma bandha fasa, entanglement in fruitive activities. This is actually the stage of knowledge indicated in the first verse of Vedanta Sutra, Atatho Brahma Jignasa. When one actually reaches the platform of frustration in an attempt to discharge karma bandha fansa, he inquires about the real value of life, which is called Brahma Jignasa. In order to inquire about the ultimate goal of life, the Vedas Manduka Upanishad 11.2.12 enjoin that Vignanartham sa gurum evabhigachet. In order to understand the transcendental science, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. King Prachina Bharishat found the best spiritual master, Narada Muni, and he therefore asked him about the knowledge by which one can get out of the entanglement of karma bandha fansa, fruitive activities. This is the actual business of human life. Jivasya tattva jignasa nartho yascheha karmibhihi. As stated in second chapter of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.10, a human being's only business is inquiring from a bona fide spiritual master about extrication from the entanglement of karma bandha fasa. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utpadkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathanvitantam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitascha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhuva Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kant Radha Kant Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय जय हो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौर तुषे नमः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राजोवाच न जानामि महाभाग परं कर्मापविद्दधिः ब्रूहि मे विमलं ज्ञानम् येन मुच्यते कर्मभिः. The king replied, O great soul Narada, my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Therefore, I do not know the ultimate goal of life. Kindly instruct me in pure knowledge so that I can get out of the entanglement of fruitive activities. So yesterday Narada Muni made a very strong statement with which we left you for an entire day yesterday, that why don't we understand that entanglement in fruitive activities do not end our miseries and bring happiness. I hope few people would have thought about it for the full day. And now we should compare our reaction to the reaction of King Prachina Barishat. As soon as Narad Muni told him, "What are you doing? Don't you know that these fruitive activities will not end your miseries and will never give you happiness?" Now see, you've spent your entire life doing something. The very existence of human race is to educate yourself so that you can go to your offices, you can do business and earn money and enjoy. It has been challenged in a single verse by Narad Muni saying, "What are you doing?" If somebody tells us, what will be our reaction? Immediately we'll be so disturbed. We'll try to challenge him and say, "Who are you? Please mind your own business. Don't try to instruct me." But here the king says immediately, "O great soul Narada, my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Kindly instruct me. Kindly instruct me." Narad Muni has personally gone to King Prachina Barishat, not because this king is an ordinary person. He is not. His sons, you can see, so exalted Prachetas that Lord Shiva himself gave darshan to him. Do you think Lord Shiva will give darshan to anyone? No. And he's the father. But somehow, as we were reading yesterday in Canto 2, Chapter 2, that the Vedic hymns of the Vedas, the hymns of the Vedas are so structured that the sound, the vibration attracts the intelligence towards fruitive activities. The Vedas themselves, the way they are pronounced, the way they are designed, attracts the intelligence towards fruitive activities. So maybe a great person has fallen into the trap of doing fruitive activities, of doing some yagnas, which looks like tapasya, but it's not, because it's fruitive activity. And as soon as a great sage comes, he says, "My intelligence is entangled, please instruct me, surrender." When Krishna wanted to instruct Arjuna, he didn't immediately start. Bhagavad Gita first chapter, if you see, full chapter Arjuna was speaking his heart. He was speaking his own philosophy, and he was sort of trying to guide Krishna that this is what should happen in the war of Mahabharata. But later on, when he realized, he surrendered. Tarpanya dosho upahat svabhava prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yashesha nishtam bruhitan me shishyaste aham sadhi mam tvam prapannam. Shishyaste aham sadhi. Now I'm your disciple, I'm your shishya. Please instruct me. Please instruct me. And then Krishna starts to speak. And this is the process. So unless there is surrender, there is no knowledge. And this is true even for our material world. If you send your students to colleges, to schools, to tuitions, to coaching centers, they have to surrender to the teacher. And then only the teacher reveals his heart, he reveals his mind. And the students learn. Though there is a difference between the two, we will discuss later. But without surrender, there is no knowledge. You have to surrender. Not that you have given the fees to the school or the college and you say, "Padhao." Unless you surrender to the teacher, he will not reveal his full mind. You may challenge him, but he will not reveal. Full knowledge is revealed only when there is surrender. So immediately King Prachina Barishat here surrenders and says, I am accepting my deficiency. So when we left you yesterday with the thought of thinking whether fruitive activities will end your miseries, I hope there will be some sort of resentment in the heart, saying, what is it being said? Or did we really have in the heart, okay, what to do next? Who will instruct me? What to do next? Whom can I surrender to? And that's the process of spiritual knowledge. which Krishna himself says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya updeshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. The process is to go to a bona fide spiritual master, surrender to him, serve him, ask him questions in a non-challenging mood, and then he will reveal the tattva to you. Jnaninas tattvadarshina, because he himself knows about the tattva. It cannot be obtained through donations, it cannot be obtained through fees. It can only be obtained through service. Raghunath Das Goswami, son of a billionaire, could have easily given a lot of money to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you want to spread this movement throughout the world. I will sponsor everything. I have so much of money. Please give me Tattva Gyan. Not possible. He humbly served. He got instruction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and humbly served. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, now live the life of a mendicant. And what he did? He went to the temple of Jagannath Puri and started to beg in front of the door. Can you imagine? Simhadwara is still there. In front of that, Raghunath Das Goswami was standing and begging. Son of a billionaire, begging. So that he can, if somebody gives something, he can eat. Completely surrendering and completely following the instructions of the spiritual master. But even with that, he thought, no, I'm not able to fully follow the instructions. He stopped begging. And then he would go and eat from the remains of what other devotees have thrown in the dustbin. Because he thought this is not right. Whenever somebody comes, I expect him to give something to me. That expectation has to go away from the heart. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know, he said yes, because this was like a Vaishya, prostitute, who has expectation that somebody will come and give me some money. He did right. And then he was eating from the remains, from the dustbin. But later on he even gave away that, because he thought some rich king, by what sort of money would be sponsoring this prasada? I cannot eat it. He even stopped eating that. Why? He completely surrendered and completely followed the instruction of the spiritual master. So here, King Prachina Parishat is saying, I do not know the ultimate goal of life. O great sage Narada, I do not know why am I living. And this is the question that should be asked by each one of us. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? And kindly instruct me in pure knowledge. See, there can be a lot of knowledge, different types of knowledge, but only pure knowledge is what can deliver you. You can ask somebody, give me knowledge, and you will get a lot of domain and subject knowledge in a lot of material subjects. Even on spiritual side, you will get knowledge, jnana, but that jnana is covered by again fruitive activities, because you want to get liberation, you want to merge with the Lord. Shri Radha Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. So it is said, pure knowledge. Yesterday, we recited a shloka, what? That bhakti should be devoid of jnana karmadina avritam. Jnana means knowledge, no? But that knowledge is knowledge which is covered by your desire to get liberation, by your desire to be one with the Lord. So even that knowledge is vanquished. It said, no, that's not good knowledge. Pure knowledge. Because only with pure knowledge you can get out of the entanglement of fruitive activities. But for us, what happens? Let's say somebody challenges us, we are always in a denial mode. No, I did this because of this, I did this because of this. Always in a denial mode. Never completely surrendering and asking somebody to instruct us. I remember when sometimes devotees, they newly join temple and some confusion happens or some misunderstanding happens. And let's say they have to get some instruction, some scolding from authorities. Generally, they are in a denial mode. No, I did this because of this, I did this because of this. No, you are misunderstanding me. And sometimes it is true also. Sometimes maybe the full situation is not known to the authority and they may get chided. But later on, I remember in one of such instances, the authority is saying, it is for your purification. Even if you are scolded for a fault which you have not done, it is for your purification. Take it as a thing for your purification. I remember one instance, one of the senior devotees of ISKCON Delhi, I think Rukmani Prabhu, somebody. So Maharaj was there and he was instructed by Rukmani Prabhu's Maharaj, who was in charge of the Delhi temple, to go and bring a glass of water because there was a visiting Maharaj. He immediately ran and brought a glass of water. As soon as he saw the glass of water, he said, Maharaj, immediately he was scolded. Why did you bring this? Did I tell you to bring water? He was instructed to bring water, but still he was chided. Why did you bring water? Did I ask you to bring water? And then Rukmani Prabhu says, blessings. This is real blessing. He didn't say, Maharaj, you only told. Why are you doing this in public? Why are you chiding me in public? Blessings. It's for your own purification. And when this happens, real transformation happens. Yesterday, I was talking to one devotee, very nice devotee of our congregation, and he was a bit disturbed. He was saying, I am accumulating some corpus for myself so that I can leave everything and join the temple. But sometimes I am disturbed whether I will be able to stay long, whether something will happen and I will be asked to leave. Some confusion can happen. But you see, what is the purpose? The purpose is to purify our heart, and the purpose is at least to develop in ourselves the qualities of a Brahmana. Shama, Dama, Tapa, Saucham. Very good to read shloka, very good to memorize, very good to write answers for Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Shastri, but very difficult to inculcate it in your character. And when you are really serious in serving Krishna and you have taken a bold step in your life to leave away your so-called material life and try to serve the Lord in whatever mixed way, Krishna will have to ensure that you develop those qualities inside you. And to make sure that you have those qualities inside you, how can he do it? Just theoretical knowledge will never ever get those qualities in your heart. So such situation has to arise in the temple, among the congregation, among the temple devotees, that you develop those qualities. Shama, Dama, Tapa, Saucham. Are you tolerating? Are you cooperating? Are you forgiving? Unless you go through the grind, you will not be able to develop those qualities practically in your life, in your heart. It will not come. I should be cooperative, very nice. But when such a situation arises, suppose everybody is trying to fire you, you know you are innocent, you are not able to keep your cool, you are trying to justify yourself, you are trying to put blames on others. But then you have not developed those qualities which Krishna wants you to develop. Shama, Dama, Tapa, Saucham. Not done it. So unless you go through that situation practically, how are you able to develop? There is a famous saying, failure humbles people. When there is a big failure in your life that humbles you, you become humbled. You will generally see a person who is very, very arrogant and he thinks what he says is Ved Vakya. And when he goes through something which is once a lifetime event, people should not go through such bad events in their life, it humbles them. They learn to respect others, they try now to listen to others, they now try to take advice of others. Why? They have learned from practical examples in their life. Now they have gone through such a bad situation that they have practically learned that quality. When our temple was getting constructed, a famous architect of Mangaluru was involved, very powerful person, very well connected. And he was the one who was organizing all the things. But somehow at the later stage of the project, some miscommunication, some confusion happened and he had to quit the project. And this person was really heads on the shoulder. angry old man. I cannot say angry young man, angry old man. Everybody was fearing him. And what happened, because he had to quit the project, he started to harm the temple, in the sense he stopped all the contractors to work at the project. Nobody was coming to work at the project. Civil contractor, electrical contractor, mechanical, plumber, nobody was coming, because he was such a powerful person and full of projects in the city that they feared if we go against him, we will not get any of the projects in the city. And Krishna's will, something drastic happened in the life of that person. He had a major accident. He was driving in the early mornings and he could not see, or whatever it is, was sleepy or whatever it was, and he bumped his car in the divider and had a fatal accident. Fatal accident means he just survived. So a major incident in life happened. Somehow Krishna gave good, I would say, knowledge to the temple authorities also, and no vengeance was there. He was visited in the hospital also. And later on, that person came with such a humble approach to the temple, seeking forgiveness. Incidents, humble people. Yeah. So thing is, if you have to develop these qualities in you of a Brahmana, it can be done only by going through a grinding situation in life. Else, you should have a realization that let me do Shravana and accept whatever is written instead of challenging. Because that is an easier way to perfect your life. If you want to go through each and every grinds, to learn each and every qualities, it is a very painstaking and a very long process. That is why the process is Shravanam. Accept 100%, surrender 100%. Try to surrender, I can say it's very difficult. That whatever is written, I should try to imbibe that qualities in my life. And Krishna will test you. Prabhuji keeps on saying, Krishna will test you. Because the road that you have taken is not ending anywhere other than Goloka. That's the road you have taken. You have not taken any bylane. Okay, let me rest for some time in Swarga. Let me spend few lifetimes in Satyaloka. No, that's not the road you have chosen to walk on. This road directly goes to Goloka. So you will be tested. And as soon as Narad Muni is saying, King, what are you doing? Why are you engaging in fruitive activities? King is saying, please instruct me. Because my intelligence is entangled in fruitive activities. Can you instruct me, Narad Muni? He is not trying to defend himself. He is not trying to challenge. He is not trying to at all say anything to Narad Muni which he feels bad. He said, no, please instruct me. Can you do that? And this is the ultimate goal of life. Please give me pure knowledge. Kindly instruct. Prabhupada is quoting Srila Narottam Das Thakur's song, in which he is saying a person entangled in fruitive activities is called karma bandha phasa. Phasa means getting entangled. See, like when you get phasi, no? You can't get out. Fruitive activities like that, fully choking your existence. And whether it is pious activities or impious activities, both are choking you completely. When you ask somebody, what is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita, acha karo, acha pao, hai na? Do good, get good. This is the philosophy 99% people want to live. Young educated people, if you go to them, you talk to them about Bhagavad Gita, you talk to them about Krishna, they say, please don't waste my time. You see the lifestyle, I've been donating here, I've been doing good to this person, I've been doing good to this person. If I do good, good will happen, and this is their zenith. This is their zenith, highest point, and they don't want to go beyond that. But unfortunately, They are not reading even this, even single sloka if they read. Pious or impious activities, both are causes for entanglement. One Prabhuji took his congregation to yatra and said, आप सब इस कुंड में स्नान करिए, आप सबके पाप खत्म हो जाएंगे. Everybody started to run and said, stop, stop. आप इसमें स्नान करेंगे तो आपके पुण्य भी खत्म हो जाएंगे. And they all stopped. They didn't want to take bath. Everybody wants their impious activities, their papa to finish, but nobody wants their fruitive punya to finish. They want to enjoy. Without realizing that even their punyas means you have to accept now the result of those punyas. You have to come back to enjoy. Raja Nrig, he was donating thousands and thousands of cows, and not ordinary like this, fully decorating them with gold and other ornaments, beautiful cows, big cows, to Brahmanas. So once he donated 1,000 cows to one Brahmana, another 1,000 cows to another Brahmana. And by mistake what happens, one cow which is donated comes back to the herd of the other one, and that itself is donated. And they realize, both the Brahmanas, what has happened? Raja, he has donated cow, he took it back and donated to other person. See, a thing which is donated should never be taken back. That's what Shastra says. So what has Raja done? And they started to fight. And they went back to Raja saying, what is the solution? But Raja, since he was involved in so much of fruitive activities, fully involved, fully busy in Dana Dharma, he could not be found. Nowhere. He had no time. So the Brahmanas got very angry. And they cursed the Raja, cursed the king, saying, Jis tarike se, the way you are hiding from us now, the next birth you will hide like this in a well and you will become a chipkali, a lizard. Wow. So much he has done, Raja Nrig. We can't even come near to him in terms of pious activities. What? To become a lizard in the well in the next birth? Later on, Krishna had mercy on him and he saved him. But this is what pious activities will lead you to. So should we stop pious activities? Immediately the question comes in our mind, should we stop our dana? Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, pious activity should never be stopped. It cannot be stopped. The way to do has to be stopped, or it has to be changed. You have to do it not with the expectation of results, but as a sense of duty. Because Krishna has given you so much, it is my duty to donate. It is my duty to serve. Not because you want results. Prabhupada is beautifully explaining that pious activities you can do and you can take birth in a rich family, good education, good body. And he's giving example of Western countries. Western countries people, he's saying, are generally born in aristocratic families. They are good looking, good education. But aren't they having distresses in life? Practical question, think for yourself. If you think just by doing pious activities, punya karma, you are saved, Westerners should be saved first. They have money, they have looks, they have education. But they are the ones who became hippies. Pious activities could not save them. And that is what Narad Muni said in the previous shloka. Fruitive activities cannot end miseries of your life and cannot give you happiness. Why are you indulging in that? Why are you indulging in that? Distresses will come howsoever you may try. Everybody prays, everybody tries only for punya, so that sukh can come. Nobody prays for dukh, but dukh also comes. Anybody is praying for, oh, mere jivan mein dukh hai. Apart from Kudni Maharani, nobody has prayed, mere jivan mein dukh hai. But it has come, no? So even for sukh, if you don't pray, it will come. Sukh and dukh will come. So don't bother about performing punya activities, fruitive activities, so that sukh can come. It will automatically come. Sukh and dukh will come even if you don't pray. So what has to be done? The only thing that can take you out of it, Narad Muni will instruct, is serving the Lord. From sakama karma you have to move to nishakama karma. So does that mean you change everything the way you live and all? No, it's nothing. You continue to do what you are doing, just change the orientation of your mind. Just change the orientation of your mind. You think you want to enjoy the results, just overcome that and say, okay, I'm doing this because it's my duty, and now let me serve Krishna. Karma bandha phas. And Prabhupada is making a wonderful statement here, and this should also, see, Prabhupada is saying, it can be concluded that pious activities, yes, the conclusion is that one cannot be happy by simply executing pious or impious activities. What happens? Few days back we were discussing that it is not your hard work which gives you success in life, because a lot of people work very hard, still they are not getting the kind of luxury they should get. And people who doesn't work hard, they get very luxurious life. So at that time the discussion was, it's your punya, it's your punyas which are helping you, previous birth punyas which are helping you in leading a luxurious life in this birth, because it really doesn't depend on whether you're working hard or not. Now there's one step forward. Prabhupada is saying, conclusion is that one cannot be happy by simply executing pious or impious activities. That is the conclusion. So if you are thinking that this luxurious life that you are living is because of your punyas, that's true. But the question is this luxurious life giving you happiness? Happiness is one thing. Having material facilities is one thing. Correct? You may have all the material facilities at your disposal. You may have a luxury car, you may have a chartered plane, big houses, hundreds of servants. Somebody is coming and saying good morning, good, like Amitabh Bachchan, you see. When Prabhuji was saying, even he's brushing in the balcony, so many people are going to office by taking his blessings. Everything at his disposal. But question is he happy? Happy means real happiness. Is he really happy? And that's the thought we'll leave you with now. Are you really happy by executing pious activities? Okay, we end the class with that. Thank you very much. If anybody wants to share anything, you can kindly share and tell us, yes, you are happy because you are doing so many pious activities and all the philosophy that you are saying is wrong. Or if you want to supplement, yes, I did so much of activities, still I am not happy, you can share your life experience. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
I have some few questions. Prabhuji, after coming to Krishna conscious, now we are aware that whatever pious activities we do also, it is not of use, we will not be we'll be entangled. But sometimes, Prabhuji, when we do any pious activities, we tell Krishna Arpanamastu and give, because that should not be entangled. Sometimes we forget to tell in our mind, Prabhuji. So in that fraction of second, we'll become entangled, Prabhuji, for the...
See, we are worried about that fraction of second. We have spent crores and crores of lives, and that's the way we have been tuned. But at least we are practicing. At least there's so much of mercy on us. See, Narad Muni chose to go to King Prachina Parishad. What if he would not have chosen to go to him? Correct, no? What I'm trying to say, it is a mercy on us that we got, at least we know what's the pure knowledge. We may not be able to fully implement in our lives, but at least know, okay, now if I read Prabhupada's books, I'll be able to walk on the path of pure knowledge. I'll be able to do it. So that's the mercy enough, no? So crores and crores of birth lives you have spent, fine, it cannot come immediately, Mataji, cannot come, okay, that fraction of second I had this feeling. It can be actually a fraction of hours also. It can be too long also. It can be few years also. But at least you started to walk on that path, and slowly you are trying to do away with that. Yeah, there's so many things still we are doing. So many, most of the things still is fruitive only in our mind. But at least now you know where you're walking. At least the next birth you can pray that some higher level of realization, again next birth higher level, and please pray that by 10,000 years you have full realization, because beyond that, see, if you say roughly you have 100 births, let's say take average 100 years as per Shastras, now it's not even that, so 100 times 100 is 10,000, so only 100 births are remaining for you to go back to Godhead. So you have to complete your realization in the 100 births. You don't have too much of time actually. 100 births will pass like this.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one more question.
Correct.
You gave
Yes,
the
Prabhuji.
example of a devotee, like when he bought the water, he was asked, why did you get the water? So he didn't give it back. We should not give it back, you told, no, Prabhuji. Like, because you told me to get the water, that's why I got the water. So what should be our answer, Prabhuji? We should just keep quiet in such cases?
What Prabhu was she saying? Water? Mat?
That incident, Prabhuji, you said, no?
The
Okay,
example
okay,
which you
okay.
mentioned.
I understood. No. What he should do, what he should do, I cannot say what he should do, sorry, it's an offense. What Prabhuji would have done, he would just quietly kept the glass at the side, full stop, and say, what's the next instruction, Maharaj, what can I do? That's a, you understand, no? So you have been said, who told you to bring water? That does not mean that you don't know what to do. They already know what to do. They just keep the glass of the water at the side and say, okay, what's the next instruction? What should I do next? Or keep quietly. Not, absolutely ready for the next instruction. Not that you withdraw yourself, go in the corner, Maharaj ne to mere ko befaltu mein daant diya, and all that. No. This reminds me of another instance. Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Japada Guru Maharaj was there, and somebody was serving him. And when he served, I think he served sweet first, and sweet should be served last. And there was a young boy, and Guru Maharaj got very angry. How did you serve sweet now? It should be served at the last. And this boy got so tensed and so upset, he stopped serving and he went into the room and sat. So full prasadam was over. Later, Guru Maharaj saw him and calmed him down and said, see, sweet should be served at the last. Now you sit, I will serve you. So this is the way. So actually, it's okay. As a neophyte, all of us are neophyte only. We will feel bad. We will withdraw ourselves from the service. Even seniors will chide you. जाओ साइड में बैठो, तुमको तो सर्व करना भी कौन बोला था हलवा का बाल्टी उठाने को अभी. They will say, if Maharaj has chided you, 100 devotees will also chide you. But that's blessings. That's blessings. See, in your house also, you don't chide your neighbors. You don't chide. You chide your own child, because you say उस पे मेरा हक नहीं है, उसको मैं नहीं डांटूं, जिस पे हक है उसी को डांट सकते हैं. So that's also blessing, and that's an opportunity to really enrich your character. How you react to that situation, 1 marks. Krishna give you 1 marks. Krishna has created that situation. Now if you fail, 0. And if you pass, 1 step ahead. Yeah? One step ahead.
Prabhuji, this is
Hare
very
Krishna,
important.
Prabhuji.
We can rectify ourselves by this. But it's okay among the devotees and in the temple. But what about outside, Prabhuji? When we go out, if we face such situations, how do we react for that? At that time also we should be like this only?
See, there's a saying, never argue with a fool, because the fool will bring you down to his level and then defeat you in his game. So whoever is not reading Shastras is practically a fool. So don't try to argue with a non-devotee, because he will bring you down to his level and then defeat you. That's a general thing. But yes, of course, practically, if a situation comes, it's a face-to-face, one-on-one, something is happening, you have to explain him. And maybe you have to take help of others. But generally, thumb rule is try to avoid arguing with any person who does not read Shastra, who doesn't take the name of the Lord, because you cannot win that game. He will bring you down to his level and then defeat you.
Okay.
Yeah?
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
One final question, Prabhuji. Like, there is one devotee, Prabhuji, like she was telling that when she goes to SEVA for the temple, she doesn't honor any prasadam, because that will make her feel that she has not gone for the temple to do SEVA. She has gone to prasadam and to the same. So how do we, what do you say, Prabhuji, for that?
No, I think, see, we respect her feelings. She's saying one devotee goes to serve in the temple, but she doesn't take prasad because she thinks that, then she will think that I have gone for prasad and not for doing service. Huh? So Prabhuji is saying, कि ठीक है, थोड़ा सा एक दाना चावल लेके मुंह में डाल लो, you honor the prasad. But overall, respecting her sentiments, honoring prasad and eating in prasad is not something that you should avoid. You should take. If temple mein prasad distribution is happening, in fact the one who is serving should take first. There's nothing wrong in that. But okay, I can say maybe she's on a higher platform. She thinks I should not take. At least honor. Prabhuji is saying honor the prasad, and then because she has to eat. No, She'll come home, she'll cook for herself and then eat. And ultimately, even if she's cooking at home and eating, and she's eating at temple, that Anna is provided by Krishna only.
Yes.
So she cannot think, should not think that this is mine, that is not mine. Everything is Krishna's. So whether she eats at home or she eats at temple, no, that ownership is not there. Okay, I'm eating my earned grain. What is your earned grain? I should not eat temple's grain. No, everything is Krishna's. So
actually, she is serving Jayapataka Swami Maharaj personally, Prabhuji, and she gets prasadam there. So through that, I came to know. She told me like that. So I just wanted to know like what we are
No,
doing.
see, we don't know the complete situation. It is possible that the prasadam is not in a very good quantity. There are so many visitors. She wants to give opportunity to others who can take prasad. So we don't know the full situation. Yeah, we should know the full. Maybe that she's sacrificing because there's so many visitors for Guru Maharaj, and if she eats, she thinks 10 new devotees may not be able to take prasad. So let me not eat. That's a very good thing. That's a very good thing to do. Correct? No. So we don't know the full situation. No, why she's doing that.
It's a kind of sacrifice also.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
नहीं हाँ हम कैसे बताएं उनके मन में क्या फीलिंग है, हम नहीं बता सकते हैं, पर ये अच्छी फीलिंग है कि अगर सेवा करके भी वो चाह रहे हैं रिटर्न में कुछ नहीं मिले, और क्या फीलिंग है वो हो सकता है. देखिए क्या होता है, समटाइम्स डिवोटीज हु आर सैक्रिफाइसिंग दे डोंट रिवील देयर हार्ट फुल्ली बिकॉज दे थिंक मैं अपने सैक्रिफाइस का गुणगान कर रहा हूँ. दे डोंट रिवील. यू हैव टू रीड द मूड, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. टेम्पल डिवोटीज नो हु विल सैक्रिफाइस, दे विल नॉट रिवील. They will not reveal only. You have to really spend time, observe, and if Krishna is merciful, then you can understand their mood. You may think, you may create offense thinking, कैसे कर रहा है. But what is going in their heart, you don't know. You don't know. Yeah? Because they don't want to blow trumpet of their own sacrifice. So they don't reveal.
Pranam. Yeah,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
not getting
Hare Krishna. See, just one small simple question, Prabhuji. I have been waiting. See, that pious, talking about Papa and this thing, Punya. Papa we should never do. See, Punya, I mean, whatever we are forced to do sometimes, Punya, that is pious activities, can we try, we can transfer all this to, Krishna only. Please take all my good and bad karmas. I don't want anything. I want only transcendental loving service of yours. We can think like that also, Prabhuji.
See, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, and that confusion can be created. So Krishna said, Yagna, Dana and Tapa should always be continued.
Yes.
Yagna, Dana and Tapa. So he's not stopping you from doing Dana. He's saying, don't do it in a Rajoguna, do it in Satoguna. Do it as your duty. Don't do it with the results of, with the expectations of getting results. So if you should do it. Krishna is saying you should do. Don't stop it. But Om Tat Sat. I don't want any results. Krishna, because you have given me facilities, you have given me resources, it is my duty to do. That's why I'm doing Om Tat Sat. Everything is offered back to you. Yeah?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You just gave an example of an engineer, no, Prabhuji. That sort of incident happened in someone's life, my friend's husband's life, always, because he is not corrupt. And you know, nowadays it's very tough to survive in the government offices being like that. So that same kind of situation he is facing. But those people who are offending and doing all these things, they are not like, they are very happy, and that much problem they are not facing, Prabhuji.
See, this same thing our Ankit Negi Prabhu, no? He told me a few days back. See, when you do small sins, Krishna will immediately punish you. But when you do big sins, Krishna will not punish you, he will wait. Because the higher you go, the worse is the fall. Correct. Small sins, आपको साइकिल पे चढ़े आप गिर गए, पर बड़े बड़े पाप कर रहे हैं, आपको स्काई स्क्रैपर बुर्ज खलीफा पे चढ़ा देंगे, फिर गिराएंगे वहां से, तो चोट किसमें लगेगी ज्यादा और कब सुधरेंगे? So you may think that they are happy, they are doing big sins. Actually Krishna is waiting. They have not yet climbed full. When they will fall, then they will realize. And see, you don't have to say wish bad for him, or you don't have to practically see from your eyes what has happened. Few examples. Somebody born apang, somebody born with leprosy, somebody born with any sort of disease. What is it? He's not even started to do his karma in this life. So bad karmas. Full life he has to suffer. Just imagine, full lifetime he has to suffer. So something bad has been done. So if you are punished, if something bad has happened to you, immediately you should thank you Krishna. Thank you for punishing me immediately, because I know you are not waiting for me to accumulate my sins. Please keep on doing this. Please punish me immediately. Yeah?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that famous story is there, no? When somebody was getting hanged, Phansi, he said, "What do you want to do?" He says, "Call my mother." I don't know whether it's true or not, but it suits our situation. And then when he wants to speak something to the mother's ear, he bites the ears of the mother and says, "When I was a small child, you did not stop me from stealing the chocolate. Now I became such a big thief." So the fall is big. Had the mother slapped the kid, he would not have done any theft after that. So a chocolate thief became a bank robber and got, let's say, sentenced to death. So if your sins are big, Krishna will wait for you to climb up and up, up and up, and then make you fall. Otherwise, immediately he will punish. Okay, thank you everyone. So we'll take leave now. 9:15 already. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामचर श्रीलेश ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे राम